Here is a statistic that should stop every man over 40 in his tracks. A major study found that men with low muscle power have 6 to 7 times the risk of early death. Not low cardio fitness, not low flexibility, low muscle power. And yet, most men over 40 are doing the one type of exercise that destroys muscle power every single day. I'm Dr. Gundi, a medical doctor and a fitness enthusiast. And in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening inside your body and the protocol to stop it. Here is what men over 40 actually do. Either they stop exercising altogether, and yet that's a problem, or, and this is the dangerous one, they go hard. They run, they cycle, they grind through back-to-back HIIT sessions. They think more sweat, more cardio, more healthy. But here is what your biology is actually doing after 40. After 40, your testosterone drops approximately 1 to 2% every single year. At the same time, your cortisol, which is your stress hormone, becomes more dominant. And here is what is critical. Chronic cardio spikes cortisol. Every time you run for 45 minutes, your cortisol rises. Your bodies enter in a catabolic state, meaning it begins breaking down tissue for fuel. And after 40, that tissue is predominantly muscle. This process has a medical name, and it's called sarcopenia, the silent muscle thief. It accelerates after 40 at a rate of 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade, even in people who exercise regularly. But here is the part that almost nobody's talking about. When cortisol stays chronically elevated, which happen in excessive cardio, 3 dangerous things happen inside your body. Number 1, testosterone suppression. Cortisol and testosterone are competing for the same biochemical building blocks, a molecule called pregnenolone. When cortisol wins, testosterone loses. This is not an opinion, it's endocrinology. Men who exercise endurance training have measurably lower testosterone, and I have actually seen it. Low testosterone after 40 means more visceral fat, less muscle, lower energy, and significantly higher risk of metabolic disease. Number 2, accelerated cellular aging. And this one should concern you the most. Chronic high cortisol actually shortens your telomeres, and telomeres are actually the protective caps at the end of your DNA strands. Think of them like the plastic tips on the shoelace. Every time your cells divide, those caps get shorter. When they are gone, your cells stop functioning properly. That is the biological definition of aging. Chronic cortisol from excessive cardio accelerates that shortening. You are literally aging faster at the cellular level than a man training differently would. Number 3, metabolic slowdown. When you lose muscle, your resting metabolic rate drops. Your body burns fewer calories at rest. Your insulin sensitivity declines. You begin storing more fat, especially the dangerous kind, visceral fat around your organ. And that visceral fat produces inflammatory chemicals that accelerate aging further. It becomes a cycle, and most men have no idea they are in it. So, what breaks the cycle? You may ask yourself. Here is where this gets interesting. A landmark study published in the British Journal of Sport Medicine found that muscle power, no cardio fitness, not endurance, not flexibility, was the single strongest predictor of longevity. The men with the highest muscle power had the lowest all-cause mortality by a significant margin. And muscle power comes from one thing: resistance training. Not running, not cycling, not HIIT. Heavy, progressive resistance training, compound movements that force your muscle to generate force against the load. And this type of training does the exact opposite of chronic cardio. Done correctly, it raises testosterone naturally. It lowers resting cortisol over time. It builds and preserves muscle. It improves insulin sensitivity, and research showed it actually protects your telomeres. So, what does this look like in practice? I call it the M40 Anabolic Reset. It's what I recommend to men over 40 who want to train with their biology, not against it. Here is the structure: 3 days of resistance training per week, 2 days of low intensity cardio only, walking or cycling, no heat, no long runs. Your nervous system after 40 cannot recover from that frequency the way it did at 25. Each resistance session must include 3 compound movements, and here they are. Movement number 1: the hip hinge deadlift or Romanian deadlift. This activates your posterior chain, your hamstring, your glutes, and lower back. These are the largest muscle groups in your body, and training them triggers the highest natural hormonal response, including testosterone. Movement number 2: push. You could use bench press or overhead press. Keep your elbow at roughly 45 degrees to protect your shoulder joints. And this becomes critical after 40 when rotator cuff's integrity starts to decline. Movement number 3: the pull. Rows or pull-ups. Pulling movements balance your pushing work and protect your posture, which deteriorates significantly in men over 40 who sit at a desk. Now, here is the single most important rule for every set: go close to failure, but not to failure. After 40, training to absolute muscle failure spikes cortisol significantly and doubles your recovery time. Leave 1 to 2 reps in the tank every set. This is the difference between building your body and breaking it down. For cardio, keep walking 7 to 10,000 steps per day. That is your anti-aging cardio protocol after 40. It keeps cortisol low, supports fat metabolism, and it's sustainable for decades. Let's bring this back to where we started. If you're a man over 40 doing chronic cardio because you believe it keeps you young, the biology says otherwise. You are raising cortisol, you are suppressing testosterone, you are shortening your telomeres, you are trading your muscles for mileage. The men who age the best, the one like you look at them and think, how is he in his 50s? They are not running marathons, they are lifting. They are preserving muscle. They are working with their biology. That is what the M40 Anabolic Reset is built on. Now, one question before you go. When did you last have your testosterone level checked? If the answer is never or I don't remember, that next appointment could change everything. Ask your doctor for a full testosterone panel at your next checkup. If this video shifted how you think about training after 40, drop reset in the comments below. It tells me you are committed to training smarter, not just harder. And if you want to go deeper on the nutrition side, I've got a video on exactly how to protect your muscle mass after 40 through diet. I'll link it down below. I'm Dr. Ngundi. Train smart, live long, and I'll see you in the next video.